Hey guys, it's DatGuy276. I know it's been a while since I've actually done an actual video other than gameplay. Um, I've just finished watching Limitless. Not the film, the TV adaptation. I was looking through different websites and see what new TV shows, because I want a new TV show to watch. I want to start watching Game of Thrones, but I can't bother getting into it. So I was looking around the websites and I found Limitless, and I thought, oh, it might be under the same name, or it might be a TV adaptation of the actual film. Turns out it is of the same name. Whilst the credits were coming on, it said executive producer Bradley Cooper, which was the main actor, which was, I can't remember his name in the actual film itself, but he was Bradley Cooper is the executive producer of this TV series, and he's the guy from The Hangover. He was the voice of Rocket Raccoon out of Guardians of the Galaxy. And he actually appears in the film. Spoilers. He actually appears in the film as the same character, but later on, or like at the end of spoilers again. At the end of Limitless, the film, he becomes senator because he's taking all these tablets that improve it. Like, I will say now, concepts of films that go from 10%, like, oh, your brain only uses 10%, you only use 10% of your brain, and then when you take these tablets or you do something certain like medical, you get it up to a full 100%, which is complete bull crap. But in the actual TV series, it doesn't actually say that itself. It just says it unlocks the potential for the rest of your brain, and it attaches new places for new neurons. Like, for example, Einstein's brain. Sorry, I'm looking at the screen and not the camera. Einstein's brain, for example, he had more connections between both sides of both sides of his brain than the normal average human being. That's why he had so much potential, and he was working in the right area to actually do it. And depending on what you're working on or what your field is, your brain will adapt to that type of thing, and the same as your body. As soon as you start working out, you start getting more muscle, etc., etc. So it's just when you use math or science or anything complicated, your brain starts adapting to that, and it's that and the tablet in the TV series and the film just unlocks that potential and just makes new neurons fire all together, and blah 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 blah. It goes from left and right. Bradley Cooper actually appears in the film. He's still taking the tablets, but there's no side effects, and he's still senator. And there's a guy called Brian Finch, and he gets he gets a guy to come along, same as the actual film itself. He gets a guy, gets a tablet, discovers what his ability is, wants to find out what his dad. There's something wrong with his dad, and he wants to find out what's wrong with his dad. So he sees some books, goes through the books, and he finds out what's actually wrong with his dad. And then he says to the mum and dad, right, I want you to go to the hospital because you've got some sort of deficiency. I can't remember, a thyroid or whatever, and the mum and dad actually say to him, "You've never been a doctor. I wanted you to be a doctor, but what makes you a doctor overnight?" And it says Brian Finch says it's much more complicated than that. So the main drive of the story is getting the dad to health again. So as the FBI are knocking him, trying to track him down because there's somebody died in the apartment. Anyway. Right. It was actually a really good first episode. I've not watched the second episode yet, but I've watched the pilot, and it seems promising. You've got two regular faces. You've got the FBI agent, which I can't remember what she's from, and then you've got an African guy, an African American guy. He's from House. He was originally from House. He got recast in season 4 from the other African American guy. Crap with names. The only name I remember is Bradley Cooper, and he was the main guy out of everything. I'd recommend watching it if you love the film. The only thing that I don't like about the film, and this is just a minor thing, and it's me, is the camera. In the film, it starts zooming in, and it uses a Zolly zoom where if I did it now, then my room would appear much bigger, but the actual size of me, because I'm in focus, then I'd appear much closer to the camera. So if I did this and then zoom out, then that's how it does it. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling and it's been 5 minutes. I'd recommend watching it. It's got a lot of potential. As I said, I've not watched the second episode, but I think it's got a lot of potential to actually meet maybe 1 or 2 seasons, but I don't see it going any further than that, such as Prison Break or Breaking Bad, which are 2 amazing series. Alright guys, thanks for that, and see you next time. Bye.